Hey everyone, welcome to Makin Scents. If you've been in before, thank you so much for coming back. I really do appreciate seeing you here. And if this is your first time checking out my channel, welcome aboard. Today we're going to talk about a few fragrances or first impressions from the house of Cremo. Stay tuned. So like I said, today we're going to do a few first impressions of fragrances from the house of Cremo, or Cremo. I believe it's Cremo. The first one was actually sent to me by request. I tried to order it online, wasn't available online. I went to stores back and back and back and back and back and forth again, multiple times trying to pick up this fragrance. I reached out to Cremo and they were able to send it to me. So I do appreciate that, but there's no bias. I actually have not sprayed this yet, so you are a first impression with me. And that's Cremo, Sandalwood and Suede. What's cool about Cremo is on the side of the boxes, it has the breakdown. Trying to make sure you can read that. Top notes are fig leaf, middle sandalwood, and base is suede. I think it's fuzzy. I'm going to try that one more time. There you go. Fig leaf, sandalwood, suede. It's a little bit hard to tell when it goes fuzzy when you're blocking your face with the box, but it is what it is. All the boxes pretty much come like this. They all have different colors depending on what it is. And they have stuff from their reservation or reserve collection that's in a black box. The bottle's pretty basic in the sense that they're all uniform. Like this guy. Come on, focus for me. And it says Cremo on the side. It's embossed in the front. Got this silver cap. Pull it off with a silver sprayer. It doesn't really click into place or anything. It's just pressure held. I don't know if I'd really pick it up from the cap because they do give you a big bottle, especially for 22 bucks, 23 bucks, whatever it might be to buy. We're going to go for a spray on skin on this one. So here we go. Glad to see everybody here. Hoping you're enjoying seeing me put up a video finally after a while. I've been down with it's weird, but my sense of smell has been a lot different. My whole family got COVID earlier this year or end of last year. And it messed with my smell or my scent for everything. It was like one simple item would stick out more than anything else. And I couldn't completely smell. So it was kind of weird. Especially for me, where I'm addicted to frags, so it's kind of a weird thing. So, where I thought this would be more of a dense, rich, deep fragrance, it's still pretty bright, which is kind of cool in my opinion, because I was expecting like a really deep, rich, with the suede being there, almost that being the keynote to everything. Although Sandalwood is first in the title. But I don't get that. I actually do get some of that fig off the top. Hold on one second. A lot of times when I think of fig, I always go back to Molinard fig because it's a niche fragrance that's at a very, very fair price. And I use that as a reference to the fig odor or scent. And that's definitely what I smell. So I smell fig in there. I could smell the other components, but the fig stands out a little bit. So it's almost like a rich, bright fragrance between the fig, the sandalwood. The suede component's cool though, because whatever that is that makes up the actual suede element, whatever the actual ingredients are that bring that accord to life, reminds me of a suede jacket I used to have back in the day from like Wilson's Leather in the mall, which is really cool because I would expect one of these things to stick out more than the other, but it really doesn't do that to me other than a little bit of that fig in the opening. Yeah, I like the opening. I mean, in reality, the Cremo fragrance is super well priced. If you've seen any of the live streams I jump on between like I Am Joey Cannoli or with Neil over at Miami Cuddles, or in general when I do my live streams with the music and such at times, I talk about Cremo Blue Cedar and Cypress being the fragrance I've worn the most, especially since we lost the sense of smell a bit there, because I know I enjoy the fragrance. It's a very inexpensive fragrance. It's not a cheap fragrance in a sense that the smell is really good. So for me, I have 5 bottles of it. I've talked about it before. I think I was first turned on to it from either Ross at TLTG or Matt over at Georgia Gent, one of those guys. They mentioned it. I was in a store and I was like, hey, which one of the Cremos should I give a shot to? I thought it was going to be complete trash, and it wasn't. So As far as Sandalwood and Suede goes, I thought it would be a much richer fragrance. It's not like a deep, rich, hearty fragrance. It's more of like a freshie with that suede undertone or sandalwood. Whatever those two things are working together to make that accord, or either one of the accords is pushing through. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just a nice fragrance. But it does. The first thing I remember when I smelt it was it brought me back to, you used to have to spray on this like protectant on your suede jackets for rain repellent, things like that. And it was what the suede smelled like to me. So that is this guy right here, Sandalwood and Suede by Cremo. As of right now, I enjoy it. It smells good. Hard to find. If you do get lucky enough to find it, good for you. Definitely a little bit more of a battle. This one here, we're going to go up next. Another Cremo frag. This one I ordered from Pharmacy Online or somebody that had it in stock. So we got the Reserve Collection, Distillers Blend. I believe this was originally called like something Reserve or Reserve Blend, or it was the original fragrance that was very popular, and they repackaged it or retitled to this one. I'll try to put the words up on the screen when I remember exactly what it was. Again, on the side of the box, one of the coolest features, if this will come in focus, Kentucky bourbon top note, smoked vetiver, and base is American oak. Again, it says it on the side of the box. Really cool feature. The bottle itself, just like the other one, the only difference between the Distillers Blend or the Reserve Collection, whichever way you want to phrase it, I believe is the black box along with the black label and the black cap. So pretty cool. Oh, it was in focus. I lost the focus. The sprayer, it's just like the other ones, except for not being silver. I'm going to have a black sprayer and Distillers Blend. There we go. This one I'm going to spray on paper since I just sprayed my hand with the other one. Let's see how this goes. It smells good in the air. You can smell the booze or boozy accord, whatever that might be. Ooh, I hit the microphone. Hopefully I didn't get too loud. Trying to find space for the bottle. All right, let's see. So again, I would expect this one to be darker, richer. It's still pretty bright. It's not a deep fragrance. It's not on my hand though, so it is on a piece of paper. So it's always going to be a little bit different. It's always better on skin to actually get a better testing, we'll say. Wow. Okay. So what I smelt in the air, the bourbon or whatever they call it, is the boozy accord or boozy note that I was talking about. The vetiver in this, though, I think it said, hold on, smoked vetiver. I like that. Whatever way that's coming through, it doesn't sound cloying, smell cloying at all. Smell cloying to me at all. It's, yeah, sometimes when I wear different vetiver fragrances, like patchouli fragrances, they can be a little bit too potent for me, and they stick out, and it kind of makes it not as appealing. This one smells nice, though. I personally can't really smell the oak through it too much. Maybe because I just sprayed two different fragrances, and one part's sticking out more than the other. But off the top of this, I get that the liquor or bourbon, whatever you want to call it, whiskey. Bourbon, whiskey, whatever. Yeah, that's what I get, is that and the vetiver. The oak could be in the heart of it, but for some reason that vetiver is shining through. But it's not, again, too potent. So I'm not sure exactly how they smoked it, or if it's just a specific accord or extract or oil. But it smells nice. The mix is good. There was always a lot of good talk about the other one, the main one that first came out, whatever that title was again. But yeah, I like this one too. And again, for $22, $23, whatever, I kind of had to add them to my collection. There's a new one out too called like Palo Santo or something like that. I haven't ordered it yet, but it's on my list. Yeah. Again, this is brighter than I expected. It's not as rich, or I thought somehow it would be darker. Let's go to the next one, just so you're not keeping it forever. Again, the one I just did was this guy right here. It was Distillers Blend. Cool bottle. All right. As you can hear, the bottles tapping together. The next one is the other one from Walmart that they have available in Walmart, I guess. Bourbon Vanilla. We'll see how this one goes. Gonna give it a shot. Hopefully that's legible there. Let's try to tilt that a little bit. Top is Distiller Spice. Middle Bourbon. Base Oaked Vanilla. Again, hope you could read that. Let's do this one on paper as well, because I already sprayed my hand. This is not going to help you too much if I spray my hand with another fragrance. And I have a big sweatshirt on, so can't really spray my arm in miscellaneous spots. Definitely just sprayed that. See how this one goes. And again, this one's Bourbon Vanilla. All right, so this one is hardier than the other two. The opening on this has... I have to figure this one out more. There's something that's sticking out upon first spray. I don't know if I am a fan of the opening. It's a different smelling bourbon than that was in the other one that I just did. I got to come back to this one. I'm having a problem pinpointing exactly what's there. The vanilla doesn't smell super vanilla to me. It could be just the way it's mixed, or what was it called? Hold on. Oaked Vanilla. So maybe that's why. Distiller Spice. So on the opening on this, I'm going to say definitely will smell different on skin. And I'll have to give this some wearings, but yeah, there's something like medicinal about this one. Not sure exactly. Could be a combination of the three in a row getting sprayed, and my nose maybe still be acting up. Who knows? But I'm not exactly sure about this one. There's nothing completely wrong with it, but there is a weird medicinal smell to me. To start, that's bourbon and oak. Well, bourbon vanilla. Bourbon and oak is actually really good, in my opinion. But I'm going to let that dry for a couple minutes. I'm going to leave that on top there. We're going to skip that one for now. I don't know what it is that's smelling medicinal to me. I can't pick out any of the components in that thing at all. Don't know if that's good or bad. It's kind of a toss-up. This next box got beaten up by me as I opened it, but that's okay. The box is all distorted on top, see? But we're going to look at this one here. Citrus and mint leaf. And turn to the side for you. Hopefully that gets in focus. There we go. Top notes are fresh mint, middle citron, and base of cedar and moss. So I've already said I really am a big fan of blue cedar and cypress. So in my mind on this one, that cedar and moss is kind of like, maybe that'll give some sort of a trigger. Look at me smelling the nozzle. I have to spray it first. That makes no sense. I did spray this before, briefly into the box. So it has been sprayed at least into the box. Oops, tapped the microphone again. I got to get used to this again. Back on the camera and recording. Okay, so I'm not crazy. The first time I smelt this is the same. I smelt it over at like my computer desk. And I'm getting the same feeling. This reminds me of Rouge Dove Elysium, the cologne at least. Yeah. I don't say it's the exact same fragrance. Absolutely, in my opinion, inspired by it. Smells good. I definitely have to give this one some wearings. I can definitely smell some sort of citrus mixture off the top. I believe I can smell the mint in there too. The citrus, I don't know if it's it's not lime or anything like that. It could be lemon, could be grapefruit. I'm not sure what it is. Again, just giving you a first take on this, spraying it myself. I've sprayed it in the box once. I did do that. And I did think at that time it smelled somewhat like Elysium. This is the biggest spray I've sprayed. And it still reminds me of Elysium. Smells good though. It's a nice, fresh, aromatic fragrance. Yeah, I mean, for first impression, it's a solid fragrance. I'm personally not the biggest fan of Elysium in general. I don't dislike the fragrance. It's just not. Every time I wear it, I'm just like, okay, I could pick something else that I like better. It just doesn't do much for me, which when I first smelled this, I had a feeling of like disappointment almost with that sense of the mindset where I bought 2 of these bottles because I didn't know if they would be easy to find, hard to find. And if I really liked it at the price I had to buy, because it was, even with 2 of the bottles, it's cheaper than buying most single fragrances. But yeah, no, it's a nice fragrance. I don't know how it would perform in the winter or in the fall. I'll definitely give it a couple wearings and see. I'll come back to do like a better or more detailed review. I just knew I needed to get another video up here and wanted to share it with you guys. And I could smell all these things today. So I basically tested another group of fragrances that I know well that smelled normal today. So I'm hoping this is the start of getting back to the swing of things. We'll see. I do owe Neil a video too. He tagged me in a video yesterday or the day before. I'll get that taken care of and sent up to you, Mr. Miami Cuddles. But yeah, citrus and mint leaf. This one here reminds me of Orchid of Elysium. Doesn't mean it's an exact clone, but definitely in the wheelhouse. And it seems to me that that was aiming to be that way. Who knows? But if you get a $22 fragrance and you're a fan of Roche of Elysium, it might be worth giving it a shot. So again, Sandalwood and Suede, excuse me, brighter than I expected it to be. Nice fragrance, smelled good. Bourbon Vanilla, I'm a little confused about that one. I have to get some more feelings on it. Distillers Blend, I like that one. Enjoyed that one so far with their first hit. And citrus and mint leaf. Looks good to me so far as well. Have you tried any of these fragrances? If you have, let me know in the comments down below. Do you like them, love them, hate them? Do you like one better than the other? Can you label them 1 to 4 for me if you've tried all 4? Or even 1 to 2, 1 to 3 out of the ones you've tried? Do me a favor, throw the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video and the content I put out there, please consider subscribing. That'd be greatly appreciated. And if you like this specific video, go ahead and tap that like button down below. I'd love to hear from each and every one of you. The comments down below is probably my favorite section. I do reply to each and every comment that YouTube notifies me about so that I can get in contact with you. And I love being a part of the community. So look forward to hearing from you. If there's another fragrance from this line that I should definitely get my nose on, please throw that down there as well. And remember, if you're making the world a better place, just one spray at a time, then to me, you're just making sense. Until next time.